Hello and welcome to One North Main, BCA's magazine show. I'm your host, Eamon Convey, and on this week's episode, we got a ton to see. Jess Bishop marches on over to Marciano for the annual Brockton High Senior Class Photo Sesh, that of course for the 2017 graduating class. Jess clearly had a blast and has been crushing it as our newest member of BCA. Dave Gorman has another in his series of kids road races, this time at DW Fields Park. Mad Dog Matt Nelson and I team up for a sensational day at the annual Tower Fest, that of course hosted by the DW Fields Park Association. The Andrade family generously put up the necessary funds to get Champions Park at Marciano Stadium built. And Jumpin' Jay Miller bounces to the Barrett Russell School for an inside look at a national initiative called Read for the Record, which the Brockton School participated in. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds from the City of Champions.
Did she make the shirts or did you?
We made them together. Chocolate. Today we gotta love it.
Hello and welcome to One North Main, BCA's magazine show. I'm your host, Eamon Convey.
Today we will take part in a traditional senior photo shoot where they will spell out the year of their graduation as a whole. Brockton Boxers! Let's make some noise! Class of 2017, I can't hear you! That's what I like to hear! And there you have it, an enthusiastic group of people. Before I introduce to you our main event today, let me educate you on Marciano Stadium, the location where Brockton's greatest legacies left their imprints. Almond Colombo Field. And we are at the Harry Island track. Touchdown Boxers! Behind me is the Rocky Marciano statue, located at Champion Park, which will be renamed tonight at a special ceremony. Now we are at the John Waldron Snack Shack, where he was a beloved Brocktonian and also a Brockton High School alumni. We love him and we miss him. About 4-year goals today, I remember perfectly clearly. I'm 4'11", so I'm short, and I remember weaving through my way in and out of the crowds to try to get in the front of the photo. In this massive crowd of people, one way or another I was on camera and my cell phone I thought got stolen, but lucky enough a teacher picked it up for me, put it in his pocket, so it's safe and sound in his pocket as we speak. Bye. Thank you.
Where is it?
Mr. Perkins stole it. Ms. Wolder is getting everything organized with all these thousands of students preparing for this photo.
Work with us, work with us. You can start to look pretty good. Let me hear you say it. Class of what? Say it again. Class of what?
Dancing, we got people singing and cheering and laughing, and what an amazing experience it is to be a part of. It's truly amazing, all this enthusiasm and all this participation the students and the staff put into it.
All right, class of 2017, you are dismissed. Have fun, take pictures. Let's show this community who we really are.
And what a great memory to add to the Brockton High School 2017 yearbook.
The man himself, Dave Gorman, he's been doing this for over 40 years, a seasoned veteran in the kids' road races game. Dave, what keeps you coming back after 40 long years?
I don't have nothing to do on Saturday mornings.
As simple as that?
Simple as that.
We are here with a familiar face, that is the Honorable Mayor Bill Carpenter. Bill, we're here for the kids' road races. Of course, Dave Gorman has been organizing these for over 40 years. Why are things like this important to get the kids involved in our community?
Well, I've been supporting Dave and Judy on the kids' road races for long before I ever got involved in school committee or running for mayor. I mean, this is just a great part of what the city's all about.
The thing is, to do something for kids that's low cost. It costs $1 a run, and the kids will get a T-shirt and a trophy, and we have a pizza party at the end. And so with something affordable, the kids come from all over Massachusetts, a couple kids from Rhode Island.
You see so many people, so many of these families that come in from out of town with their kids for the road race, and they'll look around and say, really, we're in Brockton? Are you sure? You sure this is Brockton? Yeah, this is one of those really crown jewels of the city that we need to maximize. When we talk about changing people's perception of the city of Brockton, it's having events here at D.W. Field Park is one of those things that do it. Beyond that, and probably much more importantly, this is just a great recreation area for the residents of the city. Anytime, any day of the week, you find people up here walking, running, jogging, families. It's just a beautiful reservation, and we want more of the residents to take advantage of what's going on up here.
He's 10 years old. Good job. Woo, good run, buddy. Hey, nice going, guys. If you look, a lot of parents run with the kids, so it's something they can do with the kids. Like if you had a football game, a baseball game, soccer playing, the parents aren't out there playing with the kids. These people can actually spend quality time with the kids for the 20 or 30 minutes they're running.
Well, the last kid and parent combination has passed by for Dave Gorman's kids' road races. And now we're heading up that big stone beast right behind me. That, of course, is the tower here at D.W. Field Park. And we're here for the annual Tower Fest. The things I do for you guys, I tell you. For those of you who are unfamiliar, this is the iconic tower at D.W. Field Park. It's quite a workout, but it's also an astounding view once you get up here. Surprisingly, it is not the highest point in the city. Just make sure you put your running shoes on because you're going to get some exercise climbing those 100 steps. You might ask what we're doing here today. It is the annual Tower Fest, just for you. Well, I am joined right now by the Superintendent of Parks here in the City of Champions. That is none other than Tim Carpenter. And Tim, tell us a little bit about Tower Fest. What's planned for the annual festivities?
Well, this year will be pretty similar to last couple of years. This is about the 12th year of Tower Fest, I believe. This will be my 5th Tower Fest. As in years past, we'll have the animal shows, the pony rides, the clown. We'll have a band again this year. Of course, we'll have hot dogs, hamburgers, sausages. And the star of the show is always the tower. It's one of the few times during the year that we open it up and let people view the city from somewhere that a lot of people haven't ever seen the city from.
What is it that's so great about Tower Fest?
First of all, the tower seems to be getting a little higher each year as I get here. I swear there's more steps every year I get here. Well, just is one of those few opportunities we have to open up the tower for the public, first of all. So that really is the centerpiece of the event. So you get up in the tower, you look out over and just see the beautiful colors. You also get a great chance to see that unbelievable municipal golf course that we have here too. And I've been up at that tower before with sometimes the people that are up for the first time. They look at it and go, wow, look at that beautiful golf course. I said, yeah, that's the city's golf course. And even this year with our new pro at DW Field Golf Club, they've actually changed the logo for the golf course, and it now features the tower. So really the tower is the symbol, the tower is the icon that kind of represents all the great things that go on here at the DW Field Park Reservation. And I love being up here, and we just want to get more residents to come up here and enjoy this great area.
Well, another familiar face here is Ward 7 School Committee member Tim Sullivan. And Tim, DW Field Park is in your ward. Why is it important to have events like this at the park?
This is something we do every year. This is our only fundraiser that we have. And I don't know if you know it, I'm the president of DW Field Park as well. And 95% of the stuff here is free. And it's our way of getting people to the park to show them what the park is like. And hopefully they'll come back another time.
We have Harold, and Bob. What do you think a big old inky hairy spider is going to do? What do you think he's going to do to protect himself, you know?
I feel birds.
He does. He's got hair, right? And the hair is very itchy. And if you were going to bother him, you might, let's say you're an animal that wanted to eat him, you might come up and smell him. You might, and you know what would happen? Harold would take his back legs, he'd brush the hair off there, he'd throw it right in your nose. And get in your nose, get in your eyes, and you might breathe it in. And if you did, you know what would happen? It'd be so itchy, you'd be sitting there going, ah! You know what Harold would do? He'd be running away laughing at you. Don't have too many hands on her at one time. She does like to be petted, but she doesn't like to be mauled, so. Girl. What do you think, Zima? Up. And we'll make the wings. And there is a hummingbird. There you are, hon. I don't know who's next. I'll explain the whole sorbet tale to this gentleman later.
Well, it's known as Brockton's Treasure, and it certainly is. If you ever take a ride through or a walk through, you will see the gorgeous trees and the ponds. By the way, they're all man-made ponds. The area was originally farmland, and the water was made for ice gathering and for the farm animals. So DW, of course, lived at the edge of the park, and if you've ever seen the golf club, that was it was originally his 9-hole private club just for him, because he was a golf enthusiast. So, but when the park was threatened, I just decided, well, we should do something to protect it. They accepted us as of 2000. So it was quite an adventure, but as you see, 20 years later, we're still in business.
Sure is a beautiful view up here.
This event doubles as a football game and a groundbreaking ceremony. Champions Park, surrounding the Rocky Marciano statue, has had some issues with funding. Everett's Auto Parts stepped up, donated $50,000 to the cause to complete what's really going to become like a Brockton Hall of Fame type deal. Talk about the importance of that.
Yeah, well, it just goes to show you right here in Brockton, we've got businesses that are willing to step up and help some history out here with Rocky and his monument over there, and that's really a great job by Everett Auto, and we really thank Everett Auto for doing that.
This is a great night for the city, a great night for the history of the city. You know, this project has taken a little bit longer than we would have hoped a few years ago, but anything worthwhile is worth waiting for. And because of the generosity of Roy Andrade, who you'll hear from in a moment, we're able now to pledge to the completion of the Champions Park. This park behind us will become the permanent home of the Rocky Marciano statue, sit here as part of the Rocky Marciano Stadium complex, and not only will be a great place to spend time and be able to really appreciate the great statue of Rock, but it will also afford us an opportunity in the future to recognize prominent Brocktonians through history who have made such great contributions to the city, and we'll be able to add plaques in the future to the wall here at Champions Park so that over time we really will build a great history of the great people of this city that visitors and residents alike can come here to spend some time with.
I had a short conversation with Roy Andrade, and it was amazing. The first thing that came to my mind was he had one certain trait that my brother Rocky had. There's an Italian proverb, and I won't say it in Italian because I don't speak it very well, but I will translate it, and it says, do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. And that's what I got out of Roy. He's that kind of guy. No big deal. He's stepped to the plate, and he's going to do it. It's going to be a beautiful thing, Roy, to see the Andrade and the Marciano family together. Two great Brockton stories. Two great stories. How you did what you did after your dad started a small business and you brought it to the next level. So too did Rocky. Start out, not many people gave him a shot to become a heavyweight champion of the world, but he not only became a heavyweight champion of the world, he never lost a fight. And it's something we can be very proud of in the city of Brockton, which is still, and remember this, it's still a great, great city.
I do want to mention Charlie Tartaglia, who's here. Charlie is the unsung hero for so much that goes on in Brockton. And he really kept us alive during a period of time where we were kind of dormant. But it's people like Charlie that make this city so great. And I want to especially thank the mayor, Bill Carpenter, who came up with the idea while he was a school committee man to invite the president of the World Boxing Council to Brockton. Because there was a period of time in which people kept telling me and other members of the committee, you'll never, ever get a statue. Never mind a statue as a gift. Well, there it is. And it's just an unbelievable feat.
My father, Everett Andrade, and Rocky Marciano were cut from the same mold. Like a lot of people in Brockton, honest, strong, dependable, and driven to succeed. My father didn't have the acclaim Rocky did. No one knew the things that he did. And by honoring him now, I want the city to know who he was, what he did for his family, his community, and his country. When people come to the Andrade family Champion Park, I want them to remember Rocky and my father and how they made their mark on the world in an individual way.
Roy Andre of Everett's Auto Parts have made a generous donation of $25,000 thus far to make the site of this statue all the more magnificent and let the world see why Brockton truly is the city of champions. As a result of his contribution, Champions Park will soon be known as Andrade Family Champions Park. So let's give a round of applause for Roy Andrade, as well as Mayor Bill Carpenter, Deputy Superintendent Mike Thomas, and Rocky Marciano Statue Committee Chairman Larry Siskin for all of their work and efforts in making this all happen, and the generosity of the Andrade family, also with the Brockton High School Sports Foundation, as they contributed to them as well. Thank you all, and thank you, Mr. Andrade.
One of my favorite stops during One North Main is always the Barrett Russell School. Today, they are part of a national event. Read for the record. They are going to be reading The Bear Ate Your Sandwich. I can't wait. Let's go in and meet Joanne Camillo, the principal of this fine school. And you know what? We might even read to you if you behave.
Good morning, Barrett Russell faculty and students. Today is Thursday. It is October 27th. It is a half day. We have friends from Mrs. Morrow's class today to help us with our morning announcements. And they are...
Alina. Ricky. Violet.
Please stand and be respectful for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now we will sing the Barrett Russell song. We are Barrett Russell, we are Barrett Russell, superstars, superstars, and we are respectful, and we are responsible, safe and kind, safe and kind. We are the Barrett Russell Rockets, and students can earn a rocket for their class if they are following the classroom rules. So if they're all sitting nicely, following directions, doing the right thing, I can give them a rocket. If they're in the hallway and they're staying quiet and orderly and passing the door, we give them a rocket. If they're in the caf and they're cleaning up and they're listening when it's time to line up, we give them a rocket. So the rocket is really positive. It's positive reinforcement for doing the right thing. And that's for the whole class. If it's an individual, we give them a star ticket. You saw those this morning. Every day we have a drawing and we choose one child from each class who gets a star ticket. Star tickets are given if we see them doing individual acts of respect, responsibility, safety, or kindness. If we see them doing something good, we can give them a ticket. So they get their star tickets, and every day we draw. It's just positive reinforcement. It's called PBIS, and all of our Brockton elementary schools use it. Different schools have different mascots. We're the Rockets.
A star ticket.
How did you earn it?
I was doing peace and quiet in the hallway. It's out talking.
Have you earned a rocket?
Have I earned a rocket? No. Staff are not eligible for rockets, but we have Star Staff of the Month, and we do nominate each other for Star Staff of the Month, but that's a little different.
All right, let me see your listening bodies.
Boys and girls, we have a special story today. Mrs. Morrow's going to read you this book. The title is called The Bear Ate Your Sandwich.
It all started with the bear.
The morning air was warm and bright when the bear stepped out of his den.
He stretched and sniffed.
The scent of ripe berries drifted toward him and led to a wonderful discovery.
What does he see? London.
A truck. The bear curled up in the sunlight and listened to the buzzing of the bees. Before long, he was asleep.
The bear found himself in a new forest. It It was nothing like he'd ever seen before. Does this look like a forest to you?
This forest had many great climbing spots. The trees were still itchy here.
There was good bark for scratching, and the mud squished nicely under his feet. Oh my, is he having fun where he is?
Yeah. He waited to make sure no one saw him, not even the sandwich, before he made his move.
It was such a great sandwich. The bear loved it.
But just as he was finishing the sandwich, he heard...
Who saw him?
Dog. Well, the bear made it home just fine.
I saw it all. I tried to save your sandwich. I was able to save this little bit of lettuce here. The bear dropped it as he ran off, but I couldn't save the rest. I'm sorry to have to tell you about your sandwich this way.
But now you know.
Man, there is always so much going on in the City of Champions. We are privileged to cover it here at One North Main, but that will do it for this week's episode. Don't forget, guys, check out our website at bcatv.org. You can also find some of our content online at youtube.com/the Brockton Channels. For everybody at One North Main and Brockton Community Access, I'm Eamon Convex.